Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 PvP video. This is just more of a general PvP discussion from the recent balance patch changes and new metas and all that stuff. I'll cover that, try and catch people up if they haven't played yet or they're not really sure about it. And I'll go through the patch notes, I'll read out like a brief description of what changed on every class, and then I'll be covering more builds soon of all the new meta builds, of all the new metas on the classes. So basically they've removed all the bunker amulets, so there's no more soldiers, there's no more sentinel, there's no more celestial, and there was one more that was like toughness, healing power, condi damage or something. But anyway, so they added 4 more new amulets, so there's Menders, power, precision, vitality, healing power, so that could be good on something like Druid for example. Then we have Mercenaries, power, toughness, vitality, condi damage. So the power and condi damage are really high with a bit of sustain. And then, let's just go to PvP. You can look at map chat. BRB. Sorry about that. So anyway, I'll let you read map chat, anything like that. So yeah, I was saying, so then there's a Paladin Amulet, power, precision, toughness, and vitality. So this is a really good one. It adds a lot of damage and sustain. It lacks ferocity, so your crits do piss all, but it can work on Ellie with like Worm Rune. The Ellie's just gets very hard countered by Thief at the moment, and it kind of works on Thief if you take crit strikes, but most Thieves don't take that. You'd have to drop Daredevil for that, or like it just wouldn't work very well. But then there's also a Sage's Amulet, power, vitality, healing power, condition damage, so it's more of a supporty and condi amulet. It's similar to the Mender's amulet, but you get healing power, power, precision, vitality. You get condi damage major, and healing power is the second. But anyway, Thief is really popular now. Everyone's playing Thief. It's either dagger, pistol, and staff. That's pretty much the main thing actually, just because dagger auto attack does so much damage now. If I'll show that off here, you can just pretty much auto attack people down, and with all the slow and the lockdown and everything you have, you just do a lot of damage to people. And Thief is back pretty much. Ellies, there's a few Ellies playing like Scepter Focus. There's quite a few Marauder Scrappers, a lot of Condi Necros. I've seen the occasional Power Necro as well, but it doesn't work too well. It's just like a gimmick. So pretty much Thief works very well. You don't really take the Signet anymore. I'll just cover the build later, it doesn't really matter. But Mesmer as well, Power Shadow Mes works very well because there's no bunkers, and Mesmer can pretty much one-shot everyone. Same with Thief. Pretty much everyone dies all the time in this meta. There's no like cancery bunker stuff when no one dies. There is Bunker Guard with Cleric Amulet, like back in the day, where you dodge for 2k healing, and what are some other things? Yeah, so Bunker Guard. Condi Rev still very popular, it didn't get changed too much. Power Rev also very popular, that didn't get changed too much apart from Sword Auto Attack. And Glint Heal has like a aftercast, but yeah, I'll cover that. I'll cover the notes here really quickly. So Elementalist Diamond Skin got changed quite a lot, so it no longer is immunity to conditions above 90%. It is now, while you're above 75% health, this effect has a 1 second internal cooldown. Then Churning Earth, this has a really quick cast time, and the duration of all auras have been reduced to 4 seconds. Then not really much else has changed. Rock Barrier reduced the aftercast, so that's Scepter 2 in Earth. And Shadowstone, so Scepter 2 in Water, has a 1 second explode time. It used to have 2 seconds where you place the Shadowstone on the ground, and it takes a while to explode. I'll actually pop on my Ellie here and show these off. Then Gale has a lower cooldown, reduced from 40 seconds, so that's Focus 5 in Air, and it's now unblockable, so you can knock down like a Rev in Shield 5 form, or anything like that. So yep, I was already in Scepter Focus. So yeah, it shatters really quickly. All the auras have been reduced. And this skill has no aftercast now pretty much. This is unblockable. Gale is unblockable now, and it has very low cooldown if you run air trait line. Then you can drop your Shadowstone whenever you want. This is actually taking forever to kill. I don't like this build too much. I was just experimenting with things. Running Paladin Amulet. And so then we have Fresh Air. Gives you now 250 ferocity whenever you attune to air. So you see this little buff here. Critical damage is increased, so that helps with that. Then Lightning Rod, whenever you CC something, it now applies the damage after you CC instead of during the CC. And there's that. Okay, let's just burst him down. Jesus, we're getting destroyed by a bot. And our ping is high, isn't it? 380. Yeah, so anyway, Tempest has a couple of changes as well. So Overload Earth gives you less protection now, especially with durability rune nerf. And Lightning Orb it displays the correct damage in the tooltip. Lightning Orb is Warhorn Air 5. So this actually does quite a bit of damage as well with the right amulet, if you see that there. But pretty much Ellie's just spam Overload Air and kill everyone now. And Shadowstone. And Fresh Air. So yeah, here Fresh Air gives you 250 ferocity. And then I'll switch over to NG now, go through the NG stuff. There's quite a few changes to Engineer, they're actually pretty cool. So in the normal Engineer we just have some trait reduced cooldowns and like buffing the normal traits. So what is some of them? So Overshield, the trait of the radius of this trait has been increased from 240 to 360, but that's not very important. Power Wrench, where is that? If you take explosives, I think. No, it would be firearms. Where is Power Wrench? Inventions. So Automated Medical Response has a very high cooldown now, so it's from 90 to 120 seconds, so it's a 2-minute cooldown. So Power Wrench now has reduced recharge of 33%. So Toolkit, all the Toolkit skills have a really low recharge. Gear Shield, the Pry Bar and the Pull are on a really low cooldown if you take that trait. And then Takedown Round, so the damage of this trait has been increased quite a lot. That trait is in Explosives, I believe. No, that's Aim Assisted Rocket. Where are all the traits? I don't know, but anyway, Takedown Round got a damage buff. So then on Scrapper, Rocket Charge, where is that one? Rocket Charge, so yeah, the Evade got put from a 10-second cooldown to a 12-second. Sneak Gyro now has a 40-second cooldown, so it's pretty much useless. NGs can take Mortar Kit now. And, where is it? Oh yeah, so Stabilization Core, so there used to be like a stability trait here, but now activating a gyro grants stability to you on the gyro, and they grant super speed and create a lightning field when destroyed. Then that stability on dodge trait and the hammer damage increase has now been moved down to the first trait line, so you get a 10% damage increase on your hammer, so that's really nice. Still doesn't decrease the cooldown, but you gain 3.5 seconds of stability every 5 seconds, so you'll always be evading an attack. So that helps with your ability to be CC'd and shat on by thieves and mesmers and all that. Then Applied Force, there's a new trait. You have to take Adaptive Armor to survive pretty much, but there's a pretty cool trait here. So whenever you have 10 or more might, every 10 seconds you'll gain Quickness, and the Quickness isn't long enough to like be worth it over Adaptive Armor. If the Quickness was maybe like 5 or 6 seconds, it would be worth it to take it over Adaptive Armor, but it's just not really enough. And then that's pretty much what changed in Engineer. Engineer is a really popular pick at the moment still. It fights thieves really well, there's a lot of thieves. It still gets destroyed by Necro. We'll pop onto Guardian now. Medi-Trapper still works, but they reduce the damage on a lot of the traps pretty much, and Bunker Guardian has made a comeback, since that's pretty much the only bunker you can play. But where is it? There's not really many good changes in the normal Guardian stuff, but Smite Condition removes 2 conditions now, so that is a great con declare for Guardian. Also, your heal skill drops a Smite Condition with this trait, so that's a big con removal there. And basically the Signets had their cooldowns reduced, and Sanctuary as well is now pretty low cooldown, so that could work for Bunker Guard. That's the big bubble you can drop. It's really cool, actually. Where is it? Yeah, so if you take this trait, Master of Consecrations, it only has a 72-second cooldown, and you can drop it anywhere and knock people around. And then with Dragon Hunter, so Wings of Resolve no longer get stuffed up by like Cripple, Chill, and all that. It's now, it removes Immobilize as well. But yeah, you can no longer queue it up like Greatsword 3 and F2, you just have to F2. But Test of Faith, where is that one? That's this one. Test of Faith got a big damage reduction by 66% of the trap's full damage to 50%, so it got reduced its damage by 25% total. Then Dragon's Maw has a bigger radius on the on like the circle it puts down after it activates the trap, and it only lasts 4 seconds now instead of 6. They didn't really change a longbow at all, it's still quite powerful. But this skill hits less frequently. I know it culls less frequently, and then the daze is no longer unblockable with when you run Piercing Light, and it's only a half-second daze, but it still has the interrupt. So it's still powerful. I think they should have removed the daze altogether, but it's no longer unblockable with Test of Faith. So there's that. And then Mesmer, there's not many cool changes. I still prefer to play Power Shadow Mesmer. The Mesmers, I'll just get on this one. Feedback is now ground targeted and no longer requires a target, so that's kind of a cool change, especially in PvE. Where is it? Ether Clone? Where is that? Ether Clone. There was something. Ether Clone. But yeah, Chaos Armor no longer blinds people, but it instead puts weakness. And the duration has been changed from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, even though it doesn't say here. Oh no, they say that in the patch notes, but it doesn't look like it's changed. Anyway, Restorative Mantras, where is that trait? Where's the mantra trait line? It's in Dueling. Oh yeah, so they changed Duelist Discipline to 50% chance to bleed now, and it used to be 33, so that Condimez could work very well. Yeah, Restorative Mantras, the healing of this trait has been increased by 400%, so the scaling of the healing, so see it's at 2,600, oh god, all my amulets are gone, because they removed it. If we run a high healing power amulet, so where is one of the new ones, for example, healing power, if we run the Mender's amulet, and let's just run healing power rune water, you can see that Restorative Mantras didn't actually scale for Pistol. Okay, that's still really bad. It must have been really low, wow. But I've seen a few Mesmers running mantras, like Healing Mantra and all that. But I'm just going to stick with Power Shadow Mez and maybe run Pack. So, what else? What are some other good things? Evasive Mirror, so if you take this reflects for 2 seconds now, so it actually has an uptime whenever you use, whenever you dodge. This is only in combat, even though it doesn't say, but you can actually get some pretty good reflex up. I'll just show you the new Energy Sigil. So you just gain vigor when you swap to the weapon while in combat for 7 seconds, I believe, but it's really bad now. I'll change all that out. And Malicious Sorcery. Oh, they changed Mistrust. Anyway, on Bountiful Disillusionment, if you take Chaos, the resistance has been changed to 2 seconds. And then the resistance also on Temporal Enchant has been changed to 2 seconds from 3 seconds. But where is the Scepter trait? It was in the Dodge one. Where is it? Sorry. Illusions. No, it was in Dueling. Yeah, so the Scepter trait. Where is Malicious? Oh, anyway, but Mistrust has been changed to 4 stacks of Confusion. Still doesn't do that much damage, even if you take full Condi Amulet. Let's just show that off. Confusion doesn't do enough damage. It's just a bit of Condi pressure. There is a Scepter trait that is really good. I'm completely missing it. But anyway, the Scepter trait increases the attack speed of Scepter by 20% instead of 15%. On Chronomancer, Alacrity took the biggest hit, so Mesmer isn't that good now with Alacrity. So it only is a 33% skill recharge from 66. So it doesn't really help that much at all. And, Well of Precognition is dead, but we already knew that. Where is it? But Bunker Mess will pretty much never work again. This well just pulses stability and Aegis. It only gives you stability on the first to pretty much guarantee the stun break. But it just pulses Aegis now, which is really bad. Anyway, Power Shadow Mess still works, and it's pretty strong in the meta considering everyone is squishy. Necromancer, the base Necro got a lot of heavy buffs, so Dark Pact, the Necro Death Shroud 2 converts 2 boons into conditions. Putrid Curse converts a boon into a condition. Corrupt Boon got a big change, I'll show you that. I was actually thinking about running it. Corrupt Boon, where is it? Here we go. So this has a 15-second cooldown now, and it converts 3 boons to conditions, and it's unblockable, and it has a massive range. So pretty good now, especially if a few Necros are running it. And so they've got a lot of boon conversion on the base Necro. Unyielding Blast no longer pierces. There's an ambulance in the background. Then, yeah, so the Life Blast and Plague Blast pierce by default. And where is it? And then in Reaper, Healing Spring in Reaper, just Chilling Nova, reduce the recharge from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Where is that? Chilling Nova. Oh yeah, so here it is. So this was at 10 seconds, now it's at 8. It's just a little bit of a buff for the Chill Necro, but Condi Necro is still very powerful, pretty much. You can just load people up with Condis. It barely got changed at all, and it was one of the stronger builds anyway, as it is. And so it's still pretty good, especially there's no like bunkers now, and there's no like Ellie bullshit diamond skin. So it actually works very well. This is probably going to be in the meta for a long time, until like Season 3. So, Ranger got a lot of changes. The Shouts got reworked heavily, and Bunker Ranger's pretty much been removed. So, Healing Spring can't be double activated anymore. Search and Rescue has been reworked, Guard has been reworked, and Protect Me has been reworked. A couple of traits have been buffed, pretty much. Or is it? Okay, let's just head into PvP and show the new Shouts. So pretty much Shouts were reworked, and a lot of the skills were buffed. Ranger doesn't work very well anymore because it's too squishy and just gets killed by thieves instantly, pretty much, if you don't have Signet of Stone. And even if you do have Signet of Stone, the thief just bursts you down, waits for 6 seconds, then bursts you down again. So I'll show off all the Shouts here, we're lagging a little bit. And where is it? So Protect Me. Sikkim is still the same, but Guard and Search and Rescue got reworked. So Search and Rescue, your pet teleports and teleports a downed ally within range to you and begins reviving them. So the range is quite a bit, and it grants regen and swiftness in the 600 radius, but it says number of allied targets 5, but I think it only teleports one downed ally. So that's good for revving, reviving people. It's not bad. It's like the Necro trait that brings them in when you activate Death Shroud 4. Then Protect Me, so gain protection and break allies out of stuns. Your pet taunts the next foe that attacks you. So taunt is only 2 seconds, but it's a good stun break, and it's a low cooldown stun break for you and all your allies. And protection as well, but the taunt's nice, especially with all the burst in the current meta. Then Guard, so order your pet to guard nearby allies. Your pet takes damage on behalf of those allies, so it's kind of like the Mesmer illusion, the illusionary defender, and gain might when your pet receives damage. So this is actually a really good one because it has a low cooldown. I'll show that off. I don't have an amulet equipped, do I? Yep, I do not. That's correct. So whenever your pet gets hit, you receive a stack of might. It's only a short duration, 5 seconds. Jesus, I do no damage without an amulet. That's funny. And we can taunt him, or not. And Black Hole, and just quickly stomp. Oh no, quickness and slow also do not work on stomps anymore. I'm just going to get out of here and switch off to Rev. Where is my Revenant? My Revenant's naked. Oh, if I change his gear over. So pretty much, Great Sword, Sword auto attacks. The first one's reduced by 11%, the second one's reduced by 20%, the third one's reduced by 10%, and Sword number 3 has been reduced from 7 hits to 5 hits, so you don't have to waste all your bloody dodges whenever a Rev puts Sword 3 on you. But each Sword attack has been, each Sword 3 hit has been buffed by 10% damage to make up for the reduced hits. So Precision Strike got a big rework. Sword 2, it used to send out like 3 bolts if there were 3 targets. Now it sends out 3 bolts if there's 1 target. Like it sends out 3 bolts every time. I'll actually go over here. So yep, Sword auto attack reduced by a lot, and especially since I have no armor and amulet, but that doesn't help. So Sword 2, if there's a target here, if I need to go to a place where there's only 1 target. There's a heavy golem up here. I've never been up here in my Rev. But if there's 1 target, Sword 2 will hit 3 times, so it does quite a bit of damage. And Sword 3 only hits 5 times now, so it's a lot shorter duration. And I like Sword 2 a lot. Coalescence of Ruin, so hammer on Rev. This skill has now a 4-second cooldown, so it's just not spammable, and still low cooldown however, and it can't double hit a target, which sometimes happened. Let's just quickly kill this. Okay, and that's pretty much all that happened. No, there's a pretty big change to Herald. Let's activate our shield. Shield 5 got a big healing reduction of 33%, 36%, and same for the Soothing Bastion trait. But, what's it called? Also, there's a lot of unblockable CCs now from the LE Focus 5, and the Basilisk Venom is unblockable. And that hurts the Rev shield a lot. So you have a lot less sustain. This skill now has... Wait, what? I'm pretty sure they changed that. I guess not. Oh no, Facet of Light is no longer instant and has a cast time of 0.25 seconds. So as you see there, it says 1/4 of a second. It's pretty much still instant though. That's all that happened on Rev. I'll go back to my Thief. But the healing value of Withdraw was moved up by 10%. The Dagger Auto Attack number 1 has been increased by 42% damage. Lotus Strike has been increased by 30%. So Double Strike has 42% damage increase. Wild Strike didn't get changed, the second one. Lotus Strike got increased by 30% and reduced aftercast. Then Shadow Shot will trigger Assassin's Reward, which is the healing. Oh, I wasn't even clicked on this, but yeah, so The Thief auto attack was buffed a lot, so was the Sword auto attack. So Dagger and Sword auto attack are buffed by a lot. The damage on Slice was in actually this what Slice has reduced cast time, I believe. So does Slash, and I'm pretty sure one of them got buffed by a bit. Oh no, they just all had their delays reduced, so sword attacks a lot faster. I'll show that here. So it used to be very slow, now it's pretty fast. And we'll just finish off the ranger here. And what else? Basilisk Venom is unblockable. If you see that here, and it's now unblockable, that's really strong. What else? Some pretty good traits were changed. There's a good trait here. I've been trying out a lot of things, but I just went back to the normal. But in acrobatics, Swindler's Equilibrium, this is now 5% damage to sword. This has a big healing power scale as well, so it's 102 right now, but if I take a healing power amulet, Menders, it goes up to like 191, so that's really strong. What else? Oh, there's an instant reflex as a new trait, so when you go below 50%, you evade all attacks, so that's like Distortion or Great Sword 2 on Mesmer. It has a long cooldown though, it's probably better to take Pain Response. Also, in Shadow Arts, there's a movement speed trait. Oh yeah, this increases your movement speed by 50% while in stealth, and this removes a condition while in stealth, and where is it? I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, while you're in stealth, you'll see that you move quite a lot faster. Helps with getting around a fair bit. And sword actually is not bad now. Sword dagger is pretty good with acrobatics, but I hate the sword dagger playstyle. I used to love it a lot, but dagger pistol is just really powerful. And then that's pretty much all that happened. There's quite a few changes in Daredevil as well, especially in relation to staff. So, staff strike has been increased by 36%, staff bash has been increased by 16%, that's the second one, and punishing strike has been increased by 44%, so that's the third one, and that's actually a really strong one. Then, where is it? Bandit's defense, that's this one. Oh no, this no longer instantly puts a knockdown on the opponent, you instead get access to a second ability which you can knock them down with. And then this used to like block and instantly knock someone down. Hey, sorry, just took a quick break there. I'm gonna go through Warrior next. Well, I was going to, but Warrior is still pretty much out of meta. Who is this? Oh, okay, but they buffed a whole lot of Warrior traits. It's still pretty much out of meta. Daily reset, cool. There's that festival thing going on, Lunar New Year. Also, you can glide interior. That's amazing. You can glide in the Heart of the Mist lobby. I don't seem to see a lot of people doing it though. But I'll talk about matchmaking changes. So basically, now you can only queue unranked because the season is over. February 23. You can only queue unranked. It's 23rd, not the 25th. So their matchmaking system for unranked uses games played, and that's pretty much a better indicator of skill, I reckon, than what's it called? Oh, just learning the meta. But yeah, so for example, someone with a 80% win ratio could have 8 games played or 10 games played and won 8 of them, but someone with 2,000 games could have less because they've played more games. Also, it doesn't use rank anymore. I'm still diamond. You get to keep your badge, but it uses total games played. Also, the matchmaking algorithm favors queue times less, so it's going to match you more accurately with players, but you could have longer queue times possibly. So they said that. Also, where is it? They fixed a couple of bugs where if you didn't connect properly, you'd show as an amber, which was not true. And then, yeah, so They changed matchmaking so you have longer queues but you have better matches. There were some bugs with guild teams which they fixed, and losing a game in which a teammate received dishonor will result in a forfeit, so players partied with the dishonorable player will receive a desertion on loss, but they will not get dishonor. So if someone on your team disconnects, you won't lose a pip, but the person who does disconnect obviously does. But yeah, I like that change a lot, because that happened quite a lot to me throughout the ranked, and it was just really annoying, because someone who disconnects, like, they never get punished, obviously. But now there is a change to that, so that's good there. And I already spoke about the sigil changes and all that. They've removed durability rune and mercy rune, I believe. So there's no more durability or mercy rune. That's just to help prevent no bunkers. Now they added a new Mist Champion Tybalt, and he has some pretty cool abilities where he drops apples on people's head and stuff like that. Stuns them and stuff. There's a lot of updates to World vs. World, but I can speak about that in another video. So this was my PvP discussion. I'll have a lot more builds coming soon. Gonna work on Thief, then Scrapper, then Ellie probably. Then maybe get a Necro one out, a cool Necro video, and more gameplay, of course. More gameplay videos coming soon, and I'd like you guys' feedback. Thanks for watching, and have a great day as always.